Hello, and welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. Today, a narrative Warhammer 40,000 8th edition battle, where we have the Dark Eldar launching a Blitz against an entrenched Chaos Space Marine army. Let's begin as the Battle of Goron 3 begins.
There's no planet named Goron.
These are the blasted landscapes of Goron. A place that has gone down in mythology and the Imperial doctrine as the place where the Imperium fell. The Chaos Space Marines under the command of Be'lakor took the positions and have decided to start defiling the world for their dark gods. Meanwhile, the Dark Eldar launch a daring blitz raid to deal with Be'lakor and his machinations. The witch cult of the Bloodied Blade has brought most of the things to the fight. Let's see what armies are going to fight, and let's get ready for this 8th edition 75-point narrative battle report. So, here is 75 points of Dark Eldar Drukhari goodness. We have a spearhead detachment, the one with the fast attack choices. I think that's what it's called. Please correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong. But I have a succubus. I have 9 witches, so I paid for 10 with an agonizer and hydro gauntlets. I have 10 Hellions here with a squad leader that has Phantasm Grenade Launcher. I've got 5 Trueborn with a Phantasm Grenade Launcher, Power Sword, and then 4 Blasters in a Venom with dual cannons. 5 Mandrakes, 1 Puppy, a Void Raven with missiles and lances, a Razorwing with missiles, lances, and the little splinter rifles, a Raider, a Ravager, 6 Reaver jet bikes with 2 Heat Lances, and a squad leader with whatever upgrade he can take. And then that is 75 points. Filled up really quick in this Highlander 75-point narrative style army that we are building. Okay, on to Shane's Chaos Space Marines. Okay, so we have 75 points of Heretic Astartes Chaos Space Marines, essentially. Leading the army, Shane, we've got Be'lakor. And then we have 5 Terminators. Yep. Wizzywig, bunch of Flamers, a couple of Combi Melters in there. Yeah. We've got some Spawn.
Yeah, 4 of them.
Are they marked or anything? Nope. Nope, just Spawn. Looking spawny. We've got a Defiler. Holy crap, a Defiler. When have you ever seen a Defiler on the table? Mauler Fiend with the pistols. Yep. Yeah, pistols. And a Helldrake. That's right, with the Bale Flamer. And 5 Chaos Space Marines. Yep. With an auto cannon. Okay. And then Icon and some sort of powerless. Cool, so that's 75 points as well. We're playing the narrative mission. Let's dive in. So today we are playing Blitz mission, where the Dark Eldar are going to try and run through the Chaos line. And we begin after seeing the armies in deployment. So the way Blitz works, it's a narrative mission, and Shane is over there. Say hi, Shane.
Hey, what's up?
Fellow patron to the channel. He's come down to have a game here at the studio, and he has set up a defensive network. So it's divided into 3 24-inch sections. One is the killing ground, where I'm going to deploy. I get first turn, so then the second one is like the first defensive line, and then the last one is the last defensive line. It's like an entrenchment, back from the old days, 3rd and 4th edition missions, which is awesome. I'm so excited about this. Oh. We're also playing hidden deployment markers. So each of these pieces of paper is a marker for one of his units. And I don't know what they are. He's also spent one of his 3 command points to put an additional 2 markers that are decoys. So I have no idea what they are at all. So I have to put my entire army out not knowing where he's deployed, and then I launch a preliminary bombardment. So, without that, let's see where the Dark Eldar put their force, as they have to be in the killing ground, jumping forward to do some damage. The Dark Eldar have deployed their forces on Goron 3. We have a Razor Wing in one flank, a Ravager puppy. We've got Witches with the Succubus, the Reaver Jet Bikes, the Void Raven Bomber, the Hellions, and the Trueborn. They have +1 weapon skill. They have +2 inches to their movement. The Witches have +1 strength, and the Succubus has +1 attack for combat drugs, because Dark Eldar can pick their combat drugs as long as they're not repeated, until they've all been taken. And then my Warlord trait is +1 attack to my Succubus until when she charges. Okay, for simplicity's sake, every single one of these tanks is also technically a Witch cult tank, which means that they benefit from the Succubus. Other than that, I have Mandrakes in the shadows, and we're going to quickly go and reveal these, and then we have a preliminary bombardment. Okay, the hidden deployment has been revealed. We had the spawn at the forefront. We had the Terminators, but they revealed and then deployed via teleportation, and 2 decoys at the front. Sneaky, sneaky chaos. We had the Chaos Space Marines with an autocannon on the Bastion with good commanding view of the opponent army. Bellicor and this guy. And then the Hell Drake and the Defiler in the backfield. Okay. Okay, so now we do a preliminary bombardment.
No.
The Dark Eldar are attacking this defensive position prepared. So, Dark Eldar, against the Mauler Fiend, I need a 6 to do some damage. No. Against Bellicor. No. Against the unit of Chaos Space Marines. Oh, they take D6 mortal wounds. That's a cocked dice. 4. Blam! Should they have any sort of save? No. These guys. No. The Heldrick. No. And the Defiler. With 6 units, 1 was hit. The Chaos Space Marines take some damage as the game begins. The Dark Eldar have advanced and hit the Chaos forces hard. The preliminary bombardment blowing 4 guys from the sky off the battlements, completely died in a ball of dark matter plasma. Then I did some shots into that Mauler Fiend with the blasters and heat lances. They advanced, so they advanced 8 inches, which is really cool to get their heat lances in range. They can shoot the heat lances after they advance, which is awesome. Plus their 2-inch move. Drug means they move 18 normally, plus 8, because they move fast. I've done 2 wounds on that Mauler Fiend. I did converge all my fire on the spawn with lances, and the lances were all decent for damage. Even my Void Raven and Razewing and the spawn have fallen. So we are moving on to Chaos turn 1, but the Defiler, the Helldrake, and essentially all the heavy hitting units are still fine with the Terminators in reserve. The defenders are trying to get points by kill points, and I have to have things in his deployment zone at the end of the game. I have 1 point for each unit in this deployment zone, and I have 2 points for each unit in this deployment zone here. So if he keeps me out of this area here, let's see what happens, because as long as they kill him, and my stuff keeps on coming back, but he gets kill points. And yeah, okay, moving on to Chaos Turn 1. Okay, end of the Chaos first turn. So Bellicor and a Helldrake. The Helldrake burned a couple of these Hellions, and then they charged into the Reaver jet bikes, killed them all. The autocannon tried to kill the puppy, and I passed 2 invulnerable saves, while my Ravager did take 1 wound. And the Venom did take 3 wounds from the Mauler Fiend that charged in, but it is still alive. Surprising. That -1 to hit has made it rather survivable. And now we're moving on to Dark Eldar turn 2. And I've lost a unit, so that's 1 kill point to the Chaos Space Marines.
Yay.
Okay, so I have my unit of Reaver jet bikes on a 4+ arrives again. Yep, they arrive again because I have more and more stuff as I blitz with everything that I have available to the enemy lines. But it does mean that it's another kill point if they get killed again. On to turn. Okay, turn 2 for the Dark Eldar. The Maul Fiend has 2 wounds left. I killed the Helldrake because all my lances rolled 5s and 6s for damage. It was pretty brutal. And I also put 6 wounds on that Defiler in the back as well. And Bellico has 4 wounds remaining, and my Succubus has 1 wound remaining, while the Hellions did shoot the last Havoc out of that Bastion. And the Blasters did get out of the Venom before it retreated, so it shot up there, and they shot at the Maul Fiend, doing some damage. All in all, this is definitely looking grim for the Chaos Space Marines. They still have their Terminators to come in, and they're 1 kill point. I didn't bring my Reavers in. I don't know if I have to bring them in, but I didn't bring them in. And then we're moving on to the next turn. We had 1 more wound put on this Razorwing from the Defiler's Heavy Flamer. The Terminators have arrived and tried to do some damage to the Venom and failed. And then Bellico killed my Succubus and has not taken any wounds in return. But the Hellions, with their damage to Hellglaves, did kill the Mauler Fiend. Those damage to Hellglaves, wow, really snazzy. Okay, we're moving on to turn. Okay, so that was actually Dark Eldar turn 3, because it's been a crazy game. I did kill the Defiler. The Mandrakes in the back corner over here put 5 wounds on the Defiler because of their Bale Blast mortal wounds, which was very nasty. And then Shane's dice just took a dump on his face, which is horrible. His Terminators didn't hit or kill anything, and he failed a lot of saves there. The only one that's really been doing stuff is Bellico, killing 4 witches this round. One of them ran away, and he has 2 wounds remaining, but he doesn't want to get out of combat there. Okay, moving on to the Chaos turn. It is turn 3 for Chaos. It looks bleak. I think we're playing it out, but essentially the Dark Eldar it seems like will be successful at breaking through the enemy line. But we'll definitely be having a breakdown on what we found out about narrative games, since we're all learning how to play 8th edition Warhammer 40,000. Okay, will Bellico destroy these witches, or will he be pulled under? Will the Terminator survive against the decapitating strikes of the Hellions, or will they prevail?
Because that's what it said. It said pick your mission first and then
pick your list. Okay, end of the game. Bellico finally has gone down as the Trueborn have blasted him into oblivion. And that is a victory for the Darkkin as they blitz their way through the Chaos line. So we've learnt a bit about narrative games. Make sure you stay tuned for different content. Links down below to the army lists and whatnot. But the biggest thing we learnt, and I think Shane, you'll agree,
oh yeah,
is that when you play a narrative game, pick the mission before you build your army lists.
Yeah.
Like that, you can best suit the mission with like the forces available. Like you having a lot more infantry and obliterators.
Yeah. If I had like cultists, and
like cultists to like bog me down and stuff, you know, that would have definitely been. And me with less flying stuff that forced me to have to move up. Say with like a Coven army of like
so
guys
like walking up, like
walking
slowly.
up. You know, it's definitely something for the thematic theme of the game. But we did see the strength and power of the Hellions this game. Holy crap, damage too, really cool. The mortal wounds of the Mandrakes and the crazy flying around and shooting stuff of the Dark Eldar flyers, while the witches just did what they do best and kind of bogged stuff down. and then all died.
Yeah.
Great way to go for a witch. Okay, Shane, any last comments?
No. It was a good game. Like Riven said, you definitely have to pick the mission first and then build your army. Because I definitely wouldn't have brought stuff that was such high power for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been a lot more different units because you have very few models.
Yeah, you need. I think for narrative games, you need definitely more models.
Okay. And that was definitely fun. 75 points. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure you check the links. And thanks a lot to all the patrons that support the channel. You guys make it possible. After all, this is Skari, your grateful host. And this is the Journey of the Drukhari, the 8th edition battle reports. Stay tuned for more as we continue our journey. Skari, out.